Hi guys.
Hi, hello everyone.
Yeah, so we're starting a new series.
Yes.
Where we'll be going to immigrants who run businesses in the UK. By immigrants, we mean people who are not originally British but have moved to the UK and are doing well for themselves, having businesses, different kind of businesses.
Our plan is so that we can pick inspirations and be encouraged by their stories, by their journeys, their challenges, and we want to know how they've been able to move from just being an ordinary immigrant and start a thriving business
in another country,
in the UK. Today we are in Northampton in the Midland of England. We are in one of the biggest African food stores called Samis,
Northampton. If you're there and you want to know how this business started, you should come with us and let's go talk to Samis Northampton. Let's go.
This is very nice company, very good food. Come here.
You need the funds and the finances to do it.
How were you able to get that?
Family and friends.
Some people would give you money, but they would prefer if you say, oh, I want 1 million naira, but I have 800,000. Or you collected the whole 1 million.
My own case, maybe I collected the whole of 1 million in contest. There's something that is called the customer flow.
Okay.
We make it easier for customers to shop. You don't have to go from one place to another. When you come into the shop and you get the meat, you get our produce from the pepper. So as you're buying the meat, obviously you're seeing what you're going to use to cook the meat. Then we have the chopped tomato, the ones that come in the tins.
Okay.
And when you're done with this meat section, we are looking at
the rice.
It just makes the mobility in the shop easy for you. The basic Nigerian staple foods from the semo to beans flour. So for those that want to do moi moi or akara, and you really don't want to go through the rigors of peeling your beans yourself, just mix it with water. And in 5-10 minutes, your akara is ready.
Wow.
For everything we do that goes back to Nigeria, the money automatically goes back to Nigeria. We're also helping people in Nigeria because we employ labor to help us source these things and do the packaging ourselves. So we are not only just thinking about here alone, we're also thinking about supporting our people back home. We still get to offer you services outside of food.
Yeah.
Because I've got quite a lot of caterers on my contact list where if you have a party,
yeah,
you're expecting guests at home and you really named bank in Nigeria then.
Okay.
So what we do is we go into the farm, we buy in bulk, then we package it into smaller units.
Yes.
And then we take it to the banks, we supply the staffs there, and then they pay us. So I've always been used to packing food, distributing it. And so when we came into UK, it wasn't very difficult to start doing because I probably grew up having those experience of dealing with people in terms of giving them the service that they can get. Generally, when I look at it, I don't see it as if it's what I do. I look at
If you say, oh, I want 1 million naira, but I have 800,000, did you have 800,000 and you were asking for 1 million, or you collected the whole 1 million from family and friends?
I will say in my own case, maybe I collected the whole of 1 million in contest.
Okay.
Not, there are different circumstances in life.
Yeah.
And part of those circumstances, coming out of situation. Based.
Okay.
They put ethnic-based shop in a place where ethnics are domiciled.
Okay.
So the products they put there, apart from the regular everyday product, if as a business, when you are evolving, you need to also protect yourself. At the same time, you need to do what is right.
Okay.
And for your businesses to grow and expand, you get to a point where you also need to be identified with quality of what you do.
Okay.
So it's not just for us to sell anything to people.
Yeah.
You want people to identify us with what. How much of it you can take up, how strong you are is what matters. So if someone says business, I even know they don't have to So I was more in the face of people every now and then. We are either in the field doing the research, or I'm there with the computer doing some statistical analysis, doing presentation. For people that are already resident here, that they've settled there, it might be easier for them to switch, because it's not every food that you see here that is allowed to come in from Nigeria. So there are some other foods that you source from other countries. There are similar food that we eat in Nigeria, but it's produced from other countries. That you can, if you don't have those understanding and you just want to go and commit to it, maybe. Someone once gave me a list and said, "Oh, can I go through this list? This is the list of the food item I want to import." And when I looked at the list, I took out like 20 items. And I said, "Well, I said all these things are on banned list." He said, "But I still want to do it." I said, "The chances is that you're going to make a loss. Because if you put this thing in your container, you export it, and the border control meets the market demand or not.
So that's it on our episode with Samis. I had to stay behind the camera while my interviewer went to discuss. Like we said in the beginning of this series, it's just for us to encourage people to know about the immigrants, doing business in the diaspora, especially in the UK, and they are doing well. So please, if you are in Northampton and its environment, please come into Samis. And I think, like I said in the interview, you don't have to come physically, just order online and
they will get it delivered
to your doorstep. So how do we close this one?
Ewa Roger.